Fela V is in the building on Grand Groove Unlimited Radio.
That's right. I mean, I was in the house, like my parents were listening to Fats Domino and all that, so they were the earlier cats. But
Right.
Exactly. And all your ideas. How was your past life? Was your bedroom the streets? Were all your ideas and experience came off from whatever was presented in front of you?
Pretty much. Pretty much, you could say that. I'm an orphan, so I don't know my family.
Right.
So I still to this day don't know who my mother and father was. So I pretty much was brought up on the streets more than anything.
Yeah, I never really knew my father. My father passed away this year. I just found out, but I never really knew him. But yeah, I feel you, brother. And we always remember that whatever story we have, we're not alone in this world.
Exactly.
That, we're in a school right now, we're learning, and I guess it can be like the Matrix. Everything that comes from your mind, it's like a spray can on a wall. You know what I mean? Everything comes through your mind, through that can, your experience. And, you could either put that down in music or you could put it out for the world to see on a wall. Right. Or you could go through radio, TV, anywhere. But, everything is in
Orko's a writer, too, and he'll tell you,
respect.
There's a whole foundation of writing before you even get to the other elements. So I was immersed in the whole aspect of writing.
Yep.
So you got insides, outsides, throw ups, burners, straight letters, 3Ds. You got racking paint. You got a whole system. It's basically an educational system.
Yep.
And that was the educational system that I was on instead of basically going to what you would call middle school.
Yeah.
So from middle 12, 13 on, I was on the education of the writing culture.
Yep.
Because it was it was like reading, writing, arithmetic. It's the same thing.
Did you know Australia, in our train system, we're one of the few trains in the world that still operate with the H key.
But okay.
Do you remember the old remember the H key?
So y'all got keys. Y'all still got keys to the line, basically, what you're saying?
Yeah. And did you know Keith Haring bombed this whole city?
Nah, that's dope. Yeah. That's super dope. Nah, I did not know that.
Pretty dope,
I remember Keith Haring doing the subway, just doing the subway lines before he blew up, where he would do the black spaces where the advertising goes and just fill it in with chalk.
Wow.
So I used to see him doing that all the time before he blew up. And saying Basquiat, I remember when he was going around selling the little postcards.
Wow.
These were like everyday fixtures, Now that you look back on it, it's amazing, but that was like an everyday thing to me in New York.
Yep, amazing.
So I'm blessed for that now. It means everything more now,
Oh yes, it definitely makes you a better artist too. Can you imagine being 18 years old and just getting into it? Yeah, you'd be like, okay, you gotta have that. Hip hop is more than just, some type of trend. This is something that you live, experience, and all this experience in life makes you that dope artist. And all this material that you present, shows. Everything shows in your work. All your emotions, feelings, experience. It all shows in your work. And wow.
Let me tell you something about what you're saying, brethren.
Hats off to both of you.
What you're saying is the reason why we're cut from a different cloth, because when moments happened to us when we were coming up, that moment jailed for a second. You know what I'm saying? After Michael Jackson did the moonwalk, there wasn't no new funny meme 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
Or 15 minutes later or nothing. No, everybody was tripping off of that dude doing the moonwalk for a year or two.
Yeah.
That's just a small way of saying that when things happen to us, our enamorment of that situation, it was more magical because we didn't have all of this shit hitting us from different angles. I don't know if you could wrap your head around that.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Well,
We had a foundation too. Even with Orko being on the west and I'm on the east, we both still had the foundation of the elements. And at, you know, if there was any guidance to it, is you wanted to the epitome of the elements to me is you wanted to be an all around b-boy.
Yeah,
you wanted to be you wanted to have a taste of everything. You had to touch everything, every element, and that to me was. I look at that as our foundation. And if you got to the point where you feel like you was an all-around b-boy, then you can handle it and you can talk about it in a full spectrum manner is what you're talking about.
Yeah, we went through all the chambers and had a chance to like gel inside of it. You know what I mean? To really focus in on it. Like right now, you know, all the youth need right now is focus because they got everything in front of them. The only thing they lacking is the ability to not have too many diversions and just focus on one thing.
Yes, sir.
And then they got it all.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
that and knowledge.
Yeah,
put them together.
Yeah, that and knowledge.
They missing the knowledge base.
Exactly. Well, Orko, that track. Crusaders Revenge, come on. I was popping and locking on that one. You really brought it back. You could feel the electro, everything. It's like not many cats are, you know, we're not, it's like they're trying to forget about that time. You know, that was a big time too, the electro era. Wiki and you know what I mean? And you know, wow.
Yeah. You know, all the original pioneers of the electronic music, you know what I mean? My brethren that doing all the stuff for Run DMC and the brethren that was doing all the stuff with Soul Sonic 4. Arthur was his name?
Baker.
Arthur Baker,
Arthur Baker.
Yeah. But you know, really a lot. My brethren Fest produced that track.
Yeah.
And but we both big fans of Mantronic, you know what I mean?
Wow. Johnny Fox.
No doubt.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? We love the sampling era. We love, like how Just was saying, we appreciate all the eras of our art form.
Yeah.
And before the sampling era, it was the drum machine era.
That's right.
You had to have some really, you know, dope chops and some you know, some high-powered like drum sounds coming to make that ghetto blaster beat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So yeah, a lot of that is testament, again, just B-boy document, B-boy fresh, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of artists that you see that are going to always consistently come with, like, the integrity of a B-boy, of what B-boy fresh is. You're going to always be on the right side of history.
Yeah, that's right.
That's just how I feel, you know what I mean? It could be 5, 10, 15, 20 years later. It's like, damn, that shit is slapping.
That's right.
Exactly.
And adding all 5 to 6 elements, you know, the DJs and everything, you know, just real hip hop, man. It's not just you know, MCing. You're including everything, you know, and that's a great thing about it. Yes. And wow, walking dictionaries. That's what I call you, brothers. You know, words I've never heard of. Wow, my English is real bad. So thank you. You know what I mean?
You got it, man.
Well, it's all knowledge.
Well, that's a little thing. It's all knowledge. You're correct. It's all knowledge, and some of it is just, you know, going through some words and trying to say some words that nobody says. That's just little fun shit we do.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I learned more than you. I learned from my own father. So blessed.
Blessings, King. Respect.
Blessings. Fire.
That's right.
Yo.
Yes. Okay, well, it's a 2-hour show.
It's dope to be able to put information have a rhythmic truth. To have, you know, to push out a frequency that is intelligent in written. You know, there's a lot of, you know, mumble rap or whatever they call it, not to even chop up my own art form, but let's just say there's hip hop for everybody. And ours is more on the more intelligent spectrum of it. Not saying that everybody can enjoy it, but I mean, if you are a thinker, you're going to get a kick out of it.
That's right. That's right. You know what I mean? It's just amazing. I mean, you know, all this new music today one day will turn into old vinyl too. One thing we can't do is escape time. And what we find that is new to us 30 years from now, it's going to be old. So whatever it is, we take in everything and we make the best out of everything. And we live greatness, leave a great legacy. You know what I mean? And I'm talking to living legacies right now. So thank you very much. Yes. And
big ups.
Thank you for everything that you're doing for the community in Australia. You know,
during these times right now.
You know what I mean? Like, for, you know, all the elements that you put out there through, you know what I mean, down under, you know what I mean, putting the art forward, you know, the hip hop bug caught you too, you know what I mean, it caught us too, believe me.
True.
That creative buzz, you know what I mean, it's a creative resistance, and we're just living creatively.
That's right, yes. Wow. Well, it's a 2-hour show. Number one, Grandmaster TC Islam, rest in power. And
blessings, rest in power.
And thank you, KD, from Out There Promotions. Such a wonderful brother. And
KD, Out There Promotions.
Respect, KD. What's up, man? It's been a minute.
And thank you, T-Ski Valley. Catch the beat, because this is his radio show.
Woo!
And he's a boss right there. And this gets played in New York too, and in Australia. And that's about it. It's not easy down under, because the population is only 27 million people, and that's not everyone on the same vibe.
Right.
Yeah, so like I said, that's why we look to the States. And thank you very much for keeping brothers worldwide strong. You know what I mean? Because, there's different stories all over the world right now, and there's a lot of people in worse up positions than us. And
sir.
Praying to the Most High that He looks after and guides all our brothers and sisters. And enjoy life. And thank you to our ancestors that are watching and guiding us. They didn't have no vaccines back then. You know, they were strong, and if it wasn't for them being strong, here you are today. And
exactly.
Yeah, so
give thanks.
Yeah, let's kick some ass. Yeah, that's about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're gonna keep the frequency up. I want to let everybody know, you know, Earth is the canvas, life is art, everyone's a paintbrush, play your part.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And contribute to this, you know, this galactic art piece we got called life, you know?
That's right.
Let's paint beautiful pictures with our lives.
Yes, that's right. And don't give in. Don't give in, because if you give in, then they win. They win.
Exactly.
But if you don't give in, they can't win, because they're weak.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And on our last words, we'll leave you with the title of our album. Liberation is the only thing left.
Yes, sir. Respect.
Only thing you have.
Yes, indeed. Well, Hotep Kings and
Hotep. Respect. Give thanks.
And always keep it FRESH, fresh.
Yo,
that's fresh.
Yo, that's fresh. Yo, better be.
Respect.
Yes, sir.
Peace to the Most High.
Grand Groove. We on the Grand Groove.
T-Ski Valley, catch the beat.
Catch the beat.
Right.
Woo.
Fire.
All right. Well, we're gonna play it. We're gonna start off with the Crusaders track. And I played your music in the beginning. I was like, wow, man. I had to play a lot of the songs that KD sent me, and put them in a nice fashionable order. And I'm praying.
Yeah, you can play them whenever you want to, man.
Yes, to the people down
under. Keep us in rotation, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And plenty of those tracks to play. And thank you very much. And yeah, let's check it out. Crusaders Revenge.